Okay, here the area formulas are. Oh wait, we're on the wrong slide. Let me go back. Okay, sorry. There we go. Here's the first slide. It's got a square, rectangle, triangle, and a parallelogram. So you need to make sure these are on your notes because they will not be put on the board. Then here's a trapezoid and a rhombus, and a kite and a polygon. And the surface area and volume formulas for a prism and a cylinder, and then a pyramid and a cone. Now, when I had you take pictures of these in class, I had the wrong formula down for cone. I had written cylinder instead of cone, and I had pi RL over 2. So make sure in your notes that you make sure that you change this to say cone right here, and that you change the surface area formula. It shouldn't be over 2, it should just be like it is, pi RL. Okay? Good? And then here's a sphere. Okay, so we have to find the perimeter and area of this triangle. Remember, to find perimeter, you add up all the sides. So we don't have all the sides, so I have to do the Pythagorean theorem to find the sides. So I'm going to call this x, and I'm going to say the hypotenuse is going to be 24. So I'm going to put that here, and then I have 20 squared and x squared. So I have 400 plus x squared equals 576. And I'm going to subtract 400, and I get x squared equals 176, and then square root. And the square root of 176 is 13.3. So x is 13.3. Okay, so the perimeter is just adding those up. It's going to be 20 plus 24 plus 13.3. And that would be what? 44 plus 13, 57.3, I believe. Let me double check that on the calculator. Yeah, 57.3. And then I need to find the area. So the area of a triangle, remember, is the base times the height divided by 2. So I find the right angle. Here's the right angle. The two sides that make up the right angle are 20 and 13.3. So those are what I'm going to multiply together and divide by 2. So that should end up giving me 133. And this would have been centimeters, and this would be centimeters squared. Okay? Alright, number 2. This is a parallelogram, and again, we need to find the perimeter. So to find the perimeter, we add up all the sides. Well, let's make sure we know all the sides. So this is 48, which makes this 48. And this side right here is 39, which makes this side 39. So I add up the 4 sides. Now 17 is not a side, so I don't add up the 17. So it's going to be 39 plus 48 plus 39 plus 48. Which is going to be 174. So 174. And that would be inches. And then remember the area of a parallelogram is base times height. So I find the right angle, there's the right angle, and I multiply the two parts that make up the right angle. And those two parts are 17 and 48. So 17 times 48 is 816. So my area is 816 inches squared. Okay, number 3. We have to find the perimeter and the area of this trapezoid. Looks like we have all the sides, so the perimeter is just going to be 8 plus 18 plus 12 plus 26. So 30, 56, 64 I believe. Let me double check. Maybe inches. 8 plus 18 plus 12 plus 26. Yep, 64. And then the area, remember the area is the base, or sorry, that's wrong. It's the height times base 1 plus base 2. All of that divided by 2. So it looks like my height is 8, because it's where the height is where it makes a right angle, and it's 8. And then my two bases are on either side of the height. So my two bases are 18 and 26. And it doesn't matter if I call one base 8, base 1 18 and base 2 26, or vice versa. You're going to add them, so it doesn't really matter what you call what. Okay, so my height is 8, and my two bases are 18 and 26. I'm going to divide by 2. So I believe that's 44. 18 plus 26 is, yep, definitely 44. So 44 divided by 2. So 8 times 44 divided by 2. So 22. What's that? 176? 8 times 44 divided by 2. Yep, 176. So this would be whoa. Wait, let's fix that. .176, and this would be inches squared. Okay. Number 4. A kite has diagonals 5.3 and 18. So what's the area of the kite? I don't need a picture, but I'll go ahead and draw one. Remember, a kite looks like this. And we know that the diagonals, so this is one diagonal. I know that that diagonal is 18. And I know that this diagonal is 5.3. So I'm going to say the area is diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2. So that's 18 times 5.3 divided by 2. And I think that's 47.7. Let me just double check. So 18 times 5.3 divided by 2. Yep, 47.7. And this would be feet squared. Good job. Number 5. We need to find the area of this rhombus. And the formula for a rhombus is the same as the formula for a kite. It is diagonal 1. Oh, what happened to my pen? I still have this, which is no good. It's still close. Let's see what it is. Let's try this one out. Okay, sorry about that. So let me just get back to where we were. Sorry I couldn't pause that. Okay. Alright, now we're all ready to go. So again, the formula for the area of a rhombus is diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2, just like it is for a kite. So diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2. And I know that this diagonal right here is 8. So I know diagonal 1 is 8. The problem is, I don't know what this diagonal is. And let's change colors. Which one is dark blue? So I don't know how long this diagonal is right here. So this diagonal right here, don't know how long it is. So I have to do the Pythagorean theorem. So I'm going to let this be x, and this is a right angle, which is why I can do the Pythagorean theorem, and I'm going to say x squared plus 4 squared equals 12 squared, and I get x squared plus 16 equals 144, and I'm going to subtract 16, and I'm going to get x squared is 128, and then I'm going to take the square root of that. You get 11.3. So I get x is 11.3, and I'm going to change colors because this blue is hard for me to see the cursor with. There we go. Okay. So the diagonal 2 would be 11.3 plus 11.3, which would be 22.6. So my area would be diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2, which is 8 times 22.6 divided by 2. What, 90.8? I think that's 90.8 meters squared. But let me double check. Okay, 90.4, sorry. It's 90.4. Meters squared. Alright, number 6. Error analysis. So we have to describe and correct the error in finding the area of a kite. Well, it doesn't really tell us what the formula is, but we know that the formula is diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2. So it looks like they have two numbers that they're multiplying together and they're dividing by 2. So that looks like they're probably using the right formula. Now we just have to make sure that the numbers that they're using are correct. So they're using 3.6. Problem is that's not a diagonal. This is a diagonal, and this is a diagonal. So my diagonals are really 8 is diagonal 1, and diagonal 2 is 4. So my diagonals are really 8 and 4. So their mistake is they use the wrong diagonals. And if they want us to correct it, so the area should really be 8 times 4 divided by 2, which will be 16 units squared. Okay. Number 7, given a regular nonagon, so this tells me that it's 9 sides, but if you forget what a nonagon is, you can, of course, always ask me, or you can just count. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's a monogon. And I'm going to just pick on one of the triangles. So this is this triangle right here. And we need to find angle 1 and angle 2. So here's angle 1 and here's angle 2. And I'm just going to redraw it down here for a little clarity. So to find angle 1, well, that's a central angle. And remember, the central angle formula is 360 divided by n, where n is the number of sides. So that would be 360 divided by 9, which is 40. So I know that angle 1 right there should be 40. So angle 1 is 40 degrees. Okay, now to find angle 2, I know that this is an isosceles triangle. And the reason I know this is if I were to draw a circle around this, I can't really do it. Never mind, I'm not going to draw the circle. But if I were to draw a circle around this, then all of these dashed lines here, they would be radii of a circle. And we have a theorem that says all the radii are equal. So that means that this side right here is equal to this side right here. Okay, which means that these two angles right here have to be equal. So to find those two angles, and we need to find angle 2, which is this angle right here, we're going to remember the triangle sum. All of the angles in a triangle add up to 180, and that vertex angle is 40, so I'm going to do 180 minus 40, and I get 140. So that means that these two angles right here have to add up to 140, but they have to be equal. So 140 divided by 2 is 70. So I get that angle 2 is 70. Now angle 3 is this angle here, and that's half of the central angle. So here's my central angle, it's 40. If I were to draw that line to cut it in half, and that angle right in there would be 40 divided by 2, which is 20. So angle 3 would be 20 degrees. And we use that all the time when we're finding the area of a regular polygon. Okay, so here we go. Here's a formula of a regular polygon. We have to find the area of this regular 20gon. So let's circle the important information here. So we know that this has 20 sides, and we know each side is 24, and we know that the apothem is 75.8. So let's write the formula again. It's the apothem times the perimeter divided by 2. Well, it gives us the apothem. It's 75.8. And we have to find the perimeter. So the perimeter is the number of sides, which is 20, times how long each side is, which is 24. And that, I believe, is 480. Yep, 480. So the apothem, the area is the apothem, which is 75.8, times the perimeter, which is 480, divided by 2. And that I cannot do in my head, so I'm going to try that out. And I get, wow, I did it wrong. Let's try that again. 75.8 times 480 divided by 2. 18,192. $18,192, and this would be millimeters squared. Let me just check if that's right. Okay, so yeah, 18,192 millimeters squared. Okay, for number 9, we have a hexagon, and we need to round the answer to our nearest tenth. It wants us to explain each step. Alright, so first of all, in a hexagon, let's not forget that these are still radii. All these dashed lines are radii, and remember all the radii are equal. So I know that these two sides are equal. Okay, and then I need to get this angle here, which is a central angle, and let's not forget all the sides are equal. But, these two are equal, so they're also 18. So I'm going to redraw this triangle out here. And I get that these two sides are both 18. Okay, now I got to find this angle here, that central angle. So remember, to find the central angle, you do 360 divided by the number of sides. And then remember, hexagon has 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sides. So 360 divided by 6 is 60. So I know that this angle right here is 60. Okay, but I need this right here. Now this line right here, that's the apothem. And remember, the formula for the area of a regular polygon is apothem times the perimeter divided by 2. So I need that, and I also need the perimeter. To find the perimeter, I need to know how long this side is, right? Or this side right here. Well, let's talk about it. Since this is 60, and these two angles are equal, then all 3 angles have to add up to 180, and they're all equal. So this is a 60, 60, 60, which makes this an equilateral triangle. So this side is also 18. So that side's 18. So the perimeter is going to be 18 times 6. Which I believe is 108. And it is 108. So my perimeter is my perimeter, there we go, is 108. And then I need to find my apothem. Okay, so to find the apothem, I'm going to have to take this triangle and cut it in half. Right? So I'm going to just draw that half of the triangle over here. And this whole side, remember, was 18, but here we have half of it, so that's 9. And then this is my apothem, that's what I'm looking for. Now this whole angle right here, right here, this angle right there, is 60, which makes this angle 30. And this 60. And then remember, the long leg of a 30, 60, 90 right triangle is the short leg times radical 3. So here's my short leg, 9. It's a short leg because it's across from a 30-degree angle. So this would be 9 radical 3 is what my apothem is going to be. So 9 radical 3. So then I can find the area. So the area is equal to the apothem times the perimeter divided by 2. So my apothem was 9 radical 3. My perimeter was 108. And I'm going to divide that by 2. And that's 4. 486, radical 3. And that would be my approximate answer. Now I need my exact answer. Or sorry, this is my exact. Excuse me. Exact. But it, asking for to the nearest 10, so I'm going to have to multiply that by radical 3. So 486 times radical 3 is 841.77, so 841.8. So I get 841.8 inches squared. All right. Okay, next, number 10. We have to find the surface area and the volume of the given prism. Okay, so for a prism, I'll write the formulas down. Let me change colors. Like the red better. Oops. Alright, I think I got it. Nope, it's still blue. Red. There we go. Okay, so remember the surface area is the perimeter times the height plus 2 big B. And the volume is area of the base times the height. And then remember, in your notes, you should have this written down. P is the perimeter of the base. And B is the area of the base. And H is the height of the prism. Okay, so people keep asking me, they say, oh, what's the base? Is it 8? Is it 6? Is it 12? The base is not a number. The base is a shape. And it's this shape right here. It happens in this particular one to be what it is sitting on. And that's this triangle right here. That's the base. And if you notice, this is also the base. It's on top. They're the same because they have two bases. It's really a right triangle, so I'm going to draw my right triangle over here. And I know that this is 8 and this is 6. Now to find the perimeter of this, I need to add up all three sides. Well, I know that this side, I know that this side is 8 and this side is 6, but I don't know how long this side is, so I'm going to call that x and I'm going to do the Pythagorean theorem. Now if you know it's a triple, then you already know that it's 10, but here's how I do it. And I get 64 plus 36, so I get x squared equals 100, so x would equal 10. So now I know that this is 10. So my perimeter is 8 plus 6 plus 10, which is 24. Okay, and then big B is the area of this base. Okay, well, here's my right angle, and I multiply the two sides that make up my right angle together. So that's 8 times 6 divided by 2, because the formula for the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So that gives me 24. That's 24. 8 times 6 divided by 2 is 24. So I know big B is 24, and I know that H is 12. This is H, the height of my prism. Now I can just plug in. So my surface area is the perimeter, which is 24, times the height, which is 12, plus 2 times big B, and big B is 24. So 24 times 12, 40, 48, 288, I think. Yep, 288 plus 48. And that's 336. Okay, so my surface area is 336 meters squared. Now I gotta find my volume. Now my volume, remember, is big B times H. So big B is 24 and H is 12. And that was 288. Oh no. Oh, that's so funny. The perimeter and the area of the base are the same in this particular case. That's funny. Let me just double check that that's right. 8 plus 6 is 14 plus 10 is 24. That's right. And 8 times 6 is 48 divided by 2 is 24. They are. And 24 times 12 is 288. Okay, so good. So my volume is 288 meters cubed. Okay. And that was problems 10 and 11. Okay, so now we're on 12 and 13. And this is a cylinder. And it says round to the nearest 10, so that means I don't want the exact answer. Let's write the formulas down. For a cylinder, the surface area is 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r squared. And the volume is pi r squared h. So in this particular picture, I know that my diameter is 11. So my radius is 11 divided by 2, which is 5.5. So that's my radius. And I know that my height is 16. And that's all I need. So my surface area is going to be 2 pi 5.5 times 16 plus 2 pi 5.5 squared. So that's 11 times 16. 176 pi. And then 5.5 squared. And 5.5 squared is 3025. So it'd be 176 pi plus 2 times 30.25 should be 60.5. And it is 60.5 pi. And I'm going to add those together. And I get 236.5 pi. Now this is the exact answer, but they want it to the nearest 10, so that means I'm going to multiply it out by pi. So that times the pi button on my calculator gives me 742.98. And that 8's going to make that 9 a 10, which is going to make this whole thing 743. So my surface area is going to be 743 feet squared. Now for my volume, it's pi r squared h. So that's pi 5.5 squared times my height, which is 16. And remember, 5.5 squared, we just did, it was 30.25. 30.25 times 16. So 30.25 times 16 is 484 pi. So my exact answer is 484 pi. And again, we want to the nearest 10, so I'm going to multiply that by the pi button. And I get 1520.5. So 1520.5 feet cubed for my volume. Alright, so that was 12 and 13. Now 14 is an error analysis. Describe and correct the error in finding the volume of a cylinder. Well, what's the formula for the volume of a cylinder? So you should be looking it up, and you should see that the formula that they used is incorrect. The volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h. So this formula is wrong. That formula is wrong. It should be pi r squared h. So they used the wrong formula. And now we need to fix it. So the volume should be pi. Well, my radius is right, that's 4, and my height is 3. So it looks like it's 12 pi feet cubed. Instead of 24. Oh no, that's wrong. Sorry, let's fix that. Sorry. Okay, let's erase. I forgot to square. I guess, yeah, I'm still gonna have to erase. Okay, let's try this again. So it's pi r squared, so I forgot to square. So pi r squared h. So that's pi. Well, 4 squared is 16 times 3. So that's 48 pi. Sorry about that. 48 pi. Feet cubed. Alright, so that was number 14. Okay, 15 and 16 is a square-based pyramid. And again, the formulas for a pyramid are: the surface area is the perimeter times the slant height divided by 2 plus 1 big B. And the volume is big B times the regular height divided by 3. So let's see what we need here. I'm going to look at the base, and again, it's sitting on its base. And the base is this square. So I'm going to draw the square. And each side of the square is 24. So my perimeter is going to be 24 plus 24 plus 24. 4 24s. So 4 times 24, which is 96. Okay, and then the area of the base is going to be 24 times 24, which is 576. And then this 20 right here, is that inside or outside? It's outside, and the outside one is the slant height. So I know that L is 20. And now that looks like we just need h. So to find h, we have to do a little bit of other work. So let's see. This is h. And I know that I can make a right angle with this triangle here. So I'll draw the triangle down here. So I know that this is 20 and this is h, that's what I'm looking for, so that means I need this. And that is this, which is this. And how long is that? Well, yep, it's half of 24, which is 12. So I'm going to do the Pythagorean theorem, which is leg squared plus leg squared equals the hypotenuse squared. The hypotenuse is 20, and the legs are h and 12. So h squared and 12 squared. So I get h squared plus 144 equals 400. And 400 minus 144 is going to be 256. So h squared equals 256. And I believe the square root of that is, in the green part, I think it's 16. Let's check. Yep, 16. Okay, so now I got my height is 16. So now I'm just going to plug it in. So my surface area is a perimeter which is 96 times the lateral or slant height, which is 20 divided by 2 plus big B, which is 576. So that looks like 960 plus 576 which is 1536. So this is 1536. Oh, oops. 1536 feet squared. Okay, now volume is big B, which is 576, times the height, and the height, remember, is 16, divided by 2. And that's 4608. So 4608. So 4608 feet cubed. Alright, and that was number 15 and 16. So 17 and 18 is a cone. Okay. I have to go to assembly, so I'm going to have to pause this and come back. Alright, so we're on problem 17 and 18, and we need to find the surface area and the volume of a cone. So let's write the formulas down. So the surface area of a cone is pi RL, and remember you needed to change this formula because I wrote it down wrong. I had over 2, it should just be pi RL plus pi r squared, and then the volume is pi r squared h over 3. So looks like we have the radius is 3 and the height is 20. So we need to find this line right here, and that's the slant height, or L. So I'm going to do the Pythagorean theorem. So 3 squared plus 20 squared equals L squared, and 9 and 400, and that would be L squared equals 409. And then I'm going to take the square root of both sides, and I get 20.2. So L is 20.2. Okay, so now I have R, H, and L, and that's all I need for these formulas. So the surface area is pi R, which is 3, and L, which is 20.2. So it's at 60.6 pi. Oh, wait, sorry. Plus pi R squared, so pi 3 squared. So this would be 60.6 pi plus 9 pi, and that would be 69.6 pi. And it's looking for the nearest tenth, so this is my exact. But again, we're not looking for that, so I'm going to multiply that 69.6 by pi, and I get 218.7. So my surface area is 218.7 centimeters squared. Now for volume, it's pi r squared, so pi 3 squared h, and h was 20, divided by 3. So pi 9 and 20. This is a 20. Divided by 3. So 60 pi. Yep, 60 pi. And that's the exact answer, and the nearest tenth answer would be 60 times pi, which is 188.5. So 188.5 centimeters cubed. Okay, that's 18 and 17. So here's 19 and 20. This is surface area and volume of a sphere. For a sphere, the formulas are surface area is 4 pi r squared, and the volume is 4 pi r cubed divided by 3. And the radius is 12. So my surface area is going to be 4 pi 12 squared. So that's 4 pi times 144. 576 pi, I think. Yep, 576 pi is my surface area. And that multiplied by pi is going to be 1809.6. So that's this 1809.6 meters squared. And my volume is going to be 4 pi r, well remember r is 12, cubed over 3. So 4 pi 12 cubed is 1728 divided by 3. .2304 pi and that would be 7238.2. 7238.2. And this would be meters cubed. Alright, that's 19 and 20. 21, we have some air analysis. So the volume of a cube is definitely 4 pi r cubed over 3. So it looks like they got the 4 pi something cubed over 3. Now that needs to be the radius, but the 3 is actually the diameter, so that's a mistake. The radius is 3/2, which is 1.5. So it should be 4 pi 1.5 cubed divided by 3. And 1.5 cubed is 3.375. So 4 times 3.375 divided by 3 is 4.5 pi. Which is 14.1. So I should have gotten 14.1 inches cubed. Okay. And then this is not going to be on the test, so you can just go ahead and cross it out. This is not on the test, cross it out, and this is not on the test, cross it out. And that's it.